Subscribe my channel for G and NEET.
Hello students, good morning all of you. I hope all are good at your homes. So don't relax for the postponement of the JEE and NEET exams. You have to utilize this time for getting more and more videos and more knowledge. Okay. So let us start our topic. Today I want to explain conservative and non-conservative forces. So of course these are very well known words in our academic sessions, but you need to learn the basic differences between the conservative and non-conservative forces and how we can apply for these two to the application type. So this is the very useful and important video for you. So please learn, please focus on the numericals and which I told. So please students, subscribe our channel and share, like, comment. Let us start our topic. Conservative force. The definition for the conservative force. So one more thing, that is, you should not depend on the definitions. You have to understand what you are studying or what you are learning. Then you can make up the special definition by your own words. Okay. So that is the definition of all the physical components. Right. What I am saying it is, you have to understand and let after you have to conclude one definition, that is in your mind fix, and it will be help to do not forget. Okay, here coming to the conservative force, what I understood, I want to explain to you. So that was the work done by such forces, work done by such forces at first point, it does not depends upon path. It can depends only on initial and final positions of the object. Initial and final positions of the object. Right? The work done by such a forces, it does not depends upon the path, and it can depends only on initial and final positions. Okay, so that was the conservative force. Okay, for example, here there is a point A. This is an object. By applying force F, it can be moves towards in a straight line and reaches point B. Okay, and this is the direction of the straight line motion. Here this can be, let it be the path 1. Right? If force will be applying on object which is at point A, this can be moving, there is a chance to in this direction also and reaches point B. And also there is a chance to moving in this direction and in this path. Right? So this is the second path and this is the third path. Whatever the path it is, but the final position it is the point B. The initial position it is the point A. Here the work done from the point A to B, that is W1. The work done from point A to B by the path 2, that is W2. The work done from A to B by the path 3, that is W3. Okay, so let us write the work done by all the paths is equal to same. Okay, so this is the conservative force. It means the work done should be done in any path, in any way of path, but the work done should be same. Okay, so this is the conservative force. One more example for the conservative forces. The best one, it is the gravitational forces. gravitational forces. And the second one, it is the, what is that? We have to write spring forces. Second one, it is the spring forces. And also electrostatic forces. Electrostatic forces. Electrostatic forces. Spring forces, it is nothing but minus Fx minus Kx. F is equal to minus Kx. Right? Gravitational force, you know about gravitational force, that is F is equal to G into m1 m2 by r square. At the same time, electrostatic force, it is F is equal to K into q1 q2 by r square. Right? So these forces are example of the conservative force. Okay. One more example you have to see. Here there is a body having the mass m at point A. So it will be moving to upwards from the point B. So this is the mass at the height of h. Right? The weight of the body should be acting downward, that is double the force acting on the body, that is F is equal to mg. Right? Here the work done should be W is equal to F into S, and it is equal F is equal to mg into S is nothing but minus h you have to take in, because of, so the gravitational force will be acting in downwards, but you have to move the object in upwards. So these two are the opposite direction, then we have to take minus h. So then minus mgh. So this is the, let it be path 1. This is the path 1. And similarly, from point B to this object, mass m should be moving to the point A. Let it be. Here the weight should be, the mass should be acting in downwards, that is mg. The displacement of the body, that is height, should be, it is h. This is also in downwards. These two directions are same, will be. Then we can write the work done in the path 2, that is F into S. We can write that W2 is equal to mg into h. So this is equal to mgh. So the net work done from A to B, B to A, it is equal to W1 plus W2. It is nothing but W1, it is nothing but, what is the W1? Minus mgh. And what is the W2? mgh. Right? So the net work done should be equal to 0. So here what I am saying, it is the work done. So this can be called as also a closed path. Okay. So here the displacements of the bodies, the initial and final. So this is the initial displacement, initial point of the body. This is the final point of the body. After the work done, the both bodies are at the same point. So initial final points are same. Hence the work done should be is equal to 0. This can be also said that the work done by, the most important point, the work done by conservative, the work done by conservative force in a closed path, is always 0. The work done by a conservative force in a closed path is always 0. The work done by a conservative force in a closed path. This is very important point. The work done by a conservative force in a closed path is always 0. Okay. For example, if a body mass m, so it can be at the location of A, it can be moving from B, and also B to C, and also C to D, and finally it can be came to A. So this is the path of the body which is moving. So here the work done also same, because of these two are cancelled out, the directions will be, these two are cancelled out, the directions will be opposite by the net force. Then the final work done should be equal to 0. The work done by conservative force in a closed path is always 0. So this is the basic point of the most important point for the conservative forces, right? You have to remember that. And one more example for the conservative forces. Here, if any path the body will be travels, the work done should be same. So already we mentioned that W1 is equal, W2 is equal, W3. If the paths are paths are different, but the final initial positions are same, okay, that's why the work done should be also equal. So how it is possible? Let us discuss one more example. So here let us know another example for the conservative forces, which can be the objects are moving in different paths, the total work done should be equal, which we are discussed in previous. It can depends only the initial and final positions, that is W1 is equal, W2 is equal, W3. If the path of the object is any direction, then the still the work done should be equal. So how it can be equal? We have to let us see another more example. Here there is an object having the mass m on a inclined plane, right? So this is the inclined plane. Let us write the angle between the plane and to the object, that is theta. So this is A and this is B and this can be C. Our aim is the object is moving from A to C. So this is the path 1. And also the second path, which can be A to B and B to C. So this is the second path. So first path it is the work done from A to B, A to C. First one. The second one it is the work done from A to B plus work done from B to C. Okay. So this is the first aim and this is second aim. So here this is the path, the work done by path 1. This is the work done by path 2. If these two are equal, then this is a conservative force. Because of it does not depends on the path. If any path we have to travel, the work done should be equal. Is it right or not? Let us check. Okay, right. The weight of the body, so this can be in downwards, that is mg, right? So here it can be angle 90 degrees, and the length of the inclined plane, that is L, let it be. Okay, so here the weight should be acting in downwards and object should be moving in upwards. So both are equal, opposite direction, then the negative sign will be occurs. So how it can be happen? So that is W1, it is nothing but W work done from A to C. Okay, so work done, it is nothing but F dot S. We can write that it is F S cos theta, where S is nothing but here the displacement, that is nothing but L. It is FL cos theta. Already wrote that theta it is equal here. What is the theta from A to C? So this can be the total theta. Okay, that is 90 plus theta. We should write that FL cos 90 plus theta. Okay, so cos 90 plus theta, it is nothing but minus sin theta. Then we can write that minus FL sin theta. So this is the work done by the path 1, which is nothing but A to C. Okay, so this is the work done by the path 1. Let us find the work done by the path 2, which is nothing but A to B and B to C, right? So here the work done by the path 2, it is equal to, we can write that work done by the path A to B and plus work done by the path B to C. The work done by the path A to B, so A to B, here theta is equal, this is the horizontal, right? Here there is no theta, the theta is equal to 0. So therefore from A to B we can write that 0, because of W is equal to Fs cos theta, where theta is equal to 0. Okay, now coming to the path 2. So path 2, it is nothing but W work done from AB plus work done from BC. Okay, so work done from AB, it is equal. So here there is a body having the W is equal to mg, net force will be acting in due to the gravity in a downward direction. Here the theta it is equal 90. Okay, So this is the length, it is nothing but L. Okay, so FL cos theta, where cos theta it is nothing but how much theta it will be acting here, only 90. So cos 90 is equal to 0, then work done along with the AB is equal to the 0. Work done along with the AB is equal to the 0. Hence here we can write that work done along with the AB is equal to 0 and plus work done along with BC. Here we need to see here the BC. Here it is the BC. There is an object, mass M will be acting downwards, right? So this can be the, what is the angle here? The angle it is nothing but 180 degrees, right? So cos, just simply it can write that we have to make where this can be the vertical, so that is L sin theta. Okay, this is the horizontal, L cos theta. We can write L sin theta, theta is equal to L sin theta. We can write mg will be acting downwards, so both are anti-gravity, so gravitational force will be acting in downwards, so we have to move the object from upward direction. These are opposite direction, hence we can write that W is equal to Fs, W is equal to Fs, it is nothing but mg into L, right? Mg into L, L nothing but mgl sin theta, it is, these are in opposite direction, then W2 is equal minus mgl sin theta. So the second path, due to second path, the work done it is equal minus mgl sin theta. Due to the first path, it is nothing but FL sin theta, it is nothing but mgl sin theta, right? It is also mgl sin theta minus, okay, right? So here, where the path, whatever the path it is, the work done should be equal. This is the conservative force. Hence, we concluded that the conservative forces are not depends upon the path. It can be depends only the initial and final position of the object. Okay. Coming to the non-conservative force. Here we have to define that the work done by the forces such that at first one, it can be depends upon path. By the conservative force, it cannot depends upon the path, but the non-conservative force, it will be depends upon the path. It cannot be depends upon the final and initial points. Final initial points does not depends. Okay, right? So what type of forces are example for the non-conservative forces? The best example it is the frictional forces. What type of frictional forces? All the types of frictional forces. Air frictional forces, okay, and surface frictional forces. All the type of frictional forces are example of the non-conservative forces. For suppose here there is a object having the mass m at point A. It will be, by the applying external force F, it will be moved to the point B. Okay, so here the force acting in this direction, right? Here when the surfaces are contact each other, then the frictional force will be acting, and that is in this direction. This is Fk, that is kinetic friction. If it is the body is stable at then static friction, it is moving in kinetic, it is rolling in the rolling friction, so whatever that is, right? So here the forces are acting in opposite direction. The frictional force will be oppose the force which is oppose the motion of the body, that is nothing but frictional force. Here the work done it is equal W, it is equal F into S, right? What is F into S? Here we have to write minus F into S, because of the frictional force will be acting in opposite direction to the motion of the body, right? Similarly, so after some time, its body was kept here, it will be moving, reaches this point, and now we have to applying external force by this direction, right? Then the body should be moving in this direction, then the frictional force will be acting in this direction by the surfaces are contact. Okay, both are opposite. So here the work done should be also, what is that, minus Fs, okay, because of the frictional force and the external force will be the motion of the body, and the frictional force will be acting in the opposite direction. That's why the net force, this is the path 1, this is the path 2. The net work done W, it is equal W1 plus W2. We can write that minus Fs plus minus Fs, it is equal to minus 2Fs. Here the work done should not be equal to 0, or the work done should not be equal to 0. Okay. So this is the non-conservative force. This is the non-conservative force. Okay. The final and initial positions are same. Here the final and initial positions are same. So this is the final point. This is the initial point which can be started and reaches in the final point, and it can be started from the same. After some time they can be, the final and initial points are same. But the work done should not be equal to 0. The work done should not be equal to 0. Okay. But in case of conservative forces, if the final and initial positions are equal, then the work done should be equal to 0. So this is the conservative force. This is the non-conservative force. Right? You have to remember this one. How we can check the force which is belongs to conservative or non-conservative? By the using of del operators. So that is, first one, it is the first point. We have to check the force which is belongs to conservative or which is belongs to non-conservative. Let us, we have to follow 3 steps. The first step it is, whereas so dou fx by dou y is equal to, or del fx by del y is equal to del fy by del x. So let us differentiation. This is nothing but differentiation. Differentiation of the force along with the x direction with respect to the y. Differentiation of the force along with y axis with respect to x. Okay. And the second one, it is del fx by del z is equal to del fz by del x. Right? Differentiation of the force along with the x direction with respect to the z. Differentiation of the force along with the z axis, z direction with respect to the x. And the third one, del fy by del z is equal to del fz by del y. Right? The differentiation of force along with the y direction with respect to z, the differentiation of the force along with the z direction with respect to y. If these 3 are satisfied, then it can be called as conservative force. 3 are satisfied. 3 are satisfied. It is LHS is equal to RHS, LHS is equal to RHS, LHS is equal to RHS. Right? Then only it is conservative. Okay. If these are not satisfied, then it is belongs to non-conservative. Okay. So this is the trick you have to use, whether it is conservative force or non-conservative force. Let us check some examples. Here f is equal to 3xi plus 3yj. Is it conservative or non-conservative? Conservative or non-conservative? Let us check how it is. We have to determine. Right? Right. Here we have to given that f is equal to 3xi plus 3yj. The force along with the x-axis, that is I cap means here y cap. It is along with the x-axis, along with the y-axis. The force here fx is equal to 3x, fy is equal to 3y, and here fz is equal, there is no fz, we should write here 0. There is no fz, right? Let us try it. How we can check it? So let's check. The first one, it is del fx by del y is equal to del fy by del x. Okay, so this is the first one you have to check. right? How we can check it? Whereas fx it is equal to, how much fx it is? 3x. 3x by, what is that? Del y. Okay, del 3x by del y. So, and here del fy meaning that is 3y by del x. So 3x by y, del y. The x factor will not be differentiated by the y factor, that is here 0. And similarly the y factor does not differentiate by the x factor, that is 0. Here 0 is equal to 0. Okay, let us check second one. What is second one? Del fx by del z. Del fx by del z is equal to del fz by del x. Okay, what is fx? Fx it is equal to already 3x by z. So here there is no z factor, it is 0. So hence it can be written as 0. Del fz, how much fz is it is also here 0. Then 0 by something, it is also not differentiate, that is equal to 0. And coming to the third one, how can we check out third one? It is del fy by del z is equal to del fz by del y. Here fy is equal to 3y by, with respect to z factor is equal to 0. So it is nothing but 0. It is equal fz is nothing but 0. It is also 0. So here what you are seeing it is, so here all the three conditions are satisfied. So this is LHS is equal to RHS, LHS is equal to RHS, LHS is equal to RHS. So you should not think about all the zeros will become then only conservative. It is not correct assumption. The assumption it is the three conditions. In the three conditions what we have to get the LHS value, the RHS will be also same, then only it can be satisfied. Okay, in first case there is 0 0, in second case also it will become 0 0. It is not correct. Of course it is 1 is equal to 1 or 2 is equal to 2 and 3 is equal to 3. So whatever the the value it is, the LHS is equal to RHS, then only the three conditions are satisfied, it is conservative force there. Then we concluded that this is the conservative force. Okay, let us see another example. That is nothing but we have to assume, that is f is equal to 3yi plus 3xj, whether it is conservative or non-conservative. So check it. Okay, so this is fx. Why? Because of, if it is y, it is not fy, because of where the direction of I it is always the belongs to the x-axis, the unit vector of the x-axis, and this is the unit vector of the y-axis. So here we have to fy, the force along with the y-axis, that is 3x, the force along with the x-axis, that is 3y. Right, let us take the first equation, first condition, that is nothing but dou fx by dou y or del fx by del y, it is equal del fy by del x. Right, what is fx here? Fx it is nothing but 3y. So dou into 3y by dou y. So here y factor and y factor we have to differentiate easily, and here dou fy, y it is means 3x by dou x. Here this is x factor and x factor we have to differentiate very easily. So here the differentiation we can get 3, and also here the differentiation we can get the 3. Okay, this is the condition 1. And coming to the condition 2. So what is the condition 2? Dou fx by dou z or del fz by del x. Right, so del fx, what is del fx? Del into fx means 3y, fx means 3y, by del z is equal to 0, then we can get the 0 value. Similarly del fz, there is no fz here, there is no fz here, so here we can write 0. So this is also satisfied. This is the condition 2, this is the condition 1, and this is condition 2. So this is satisfied, and this is also satisfied because of LHS is equal to RHS. Okay, And coming to the condition 3, del Fy by del y, sorry, del z, it is equal del Fz by del y. Okay, what is del Fy? Fy is nothing but 3x. Fy is nothing but 3x. So 3x by del z. In z axis there is 0, it can be coming to 0. And also Fz, it is equal to 0, it will become 0. Right. So this is also LHS is equal to RHS, it will be also satisfied. So the three conditions are satisfied, hence we can say this is conservative. This is conservative. Right? Conservative. So in first case, all the conditions are 0 is equal to 0. But in second case, all the conditions are equal by the LHS is equal to RHS. Hence, what I am saying it is, if all the conditions what we have to get in LHS and RHS will be equal, then only the condition will be satisfied. Okay. In first condition 1 is equal to 1, this is satisfied. In second condition 0 is equal to 0, this is also satisfied. And the third condition 3 is equal to 3, this is also satisfied. These three are called conservative forces. So here there is no need to equal all the zeros or all the 1 is equal to 1, all the 3 is equal to 3. Okay. So this is the point you have to remember. Take another example which is in previous exam models. A force F is equal to I plus 3yj acts on a body and follows the path as shown. So this is the path which was given us. Calculate the net work done. So here A, B, C, D options are there. So we have to find the net work done in the along with this path. Okay. So here the force it is I plus 3yj. So here the factor it is 1I plus 3yj acts on a body and follows the path as shown in figure and calculate the net work done. So this is the path followed by the object, that is at origin point 0 0 and at point C it is a comma 0 and B a comma a and it is point A 0 comma a. So this is the, it can be moving in 0 to A, the work done from O A B C O. So this is the work done along with this path from the diagram. So whether it is 3a or minus 3a, 0 or 1 by 3a, we have to check it. At first we have to check it is conservative or non-conservative. So what were they given? That is F is equal to I plus 3yj. Okay. Here Fx is equal to 1 and Fy is equal to 3y, and where there is no Fz, it is equal to 0. At first we have to check the first condition, that is, what is that? Del Fx by del y is equal to del Fy by del x. Right? Fx it is nothing but 1. Y nothing but it is 1, it is constant, it is with respect to y, it is, there is no meaning, that is it can constant value, that is nothing but 0. Okay. And coming to the del Fy is equal to 3y and with respect to x, y with respect to x it is constant. Okay, 0. And coming to the second condition, what is second condition? Del Fx by del z is equal to del Fz by del x. Right. Where is Fx? Nothing but 1, and del z it is equal to x with respect to z, it is constant, and Fz there is 0, it will be constant. And coming to the third condition, which can be del Fy by del z is equal to del Fz by del y. Right. Fy is nothing but 3y. 3y with respect to z, it is also constant. Okay, and Fz is also 0, it is also constant. With respect to y, it is also constant. So here what you are saying that the three conditions are satisfied, hence we can say that it is conservative. So here the force it is nothing but conservative. Okay, so here the path is also, what is the path here? This is the closed path. This is the closed path. It can be after the final work done, it can be, seems to be same position, the final and initial positions are same. Already we said that in the conservative force act in the closed path is always 0. Okay, Let us see here. At first we can say the work done by conservative force, the work done by conservative force in a closed path is always 0. So here this is also a closed path, so hence the work done by the conservative force in a closed path is always 0. We can, option goes to the option C. Okay. And one more model, which was, if F is equal to x square I plus yj acts on a body and it is taken from A to B as shown, which is correct path? So this is the body having the mass m at point A. This can be the first path A to B, and this can be the second path A to B. So which path is correct? Let us write. So at first option A, work done through path 1 is equal to work done through path 2. W1 is equal to W2 not equal to greater than. So let us check it is whether it is conservative or non-conservative. So here what they given to us, F is equal to x square I and plus what is that, yj. So this is Fx and this is Fy and there is Fz is equal to 0. Okay, right. First condition, dou Fx by dou y is equal to del Fy by del x. Dou or del, whatever it is, we have to pronounce it. Right. Fx it is equal to x square by y. So x square with respect to y, it is constant 0. Fy, y by x, y with respect to x, it is equal to constant, is equal to 0. So this is satisfied. Coming to the second condition. What is second condition? Del Fx by del z is equal to del Fz by del x. Okay. What is Fx? Fx it is nothing but x square by z. So x square with respect to z, it is constant. Fz is equal to 0. It is constant. And the third condition, del Fy by del z is equal to del z Fz by del y. Right. What is Fz? 0. 0 with respect to z, it is constant 0. Del Fz, Fz is equal to 0. Right. So here is also 0. Fy is equal to y with respect to z, g constant, it is also constant. So the three conditions are satisfied, hence it can be says that this is the conservative force. In a conservative force, it will not be depends on the path. Okay. In a conservative force, does not depends upon path. Hence W1 is equal, W2 is equal, W3. So whatever the path it is, the work done should be same. Hence we can say that here, where is W1, it is equal W2. Okay. So these are the examples of the conservative and non-conservative forces. Let us focus on the numericals and this type of problems we have to verify once. And so who are doing more numericals, they can be get concepts. Concepts are learning by only doing numericals. So focus on problems and doing such cases, you should get good ideas and good concepts. Thank you one and all. Do not forget subscribe to our channel. Thank you.